We will prove mathematically why the popular choice might be the wrong financial decision. The only green that matters, your money. Today, we are analyzing the $20,000 used sedan market. But we aren't looking at prestige. We aren't looking at brand value. We are looking at the only metric that counts, the total cost of ownership over the next 5 years. If you hate driving, you will love this car. If you love driving, you might find this car offensively sensible. But is sensible actually the same thing as cheap? Let's get specific. We have 3 candidates. Candidate A, the ultra-reliable, high-depreciation workhorse, the Toyota Camry. Candidate B, the direct competitor, the Honda Accord. Candidate C, the risky luxury flagship, the used BMW 3 Series or Genesis G80 cars that look like a bargain but are financial landmines. Let's talk about fuel. Most buyers assume a higher MPG equates to a better financial outcome. Does it? Let's check the math. If you drive the industry average of 12,000 miles per year, a difference of 5 miles per gallon at $3.50 a gallon saves you exactly $182 per year. That is $910 over 5 years. Now look at the reliability data. If the more efficient car has a high-pressure fuel pump prone to failure at 80,000 miles, that failure will cost you $1,200 to $1,800 to fix. You have just wiped out your entire 5-year fuel savings in a single afternoon. The Camry appeals to your brain. The BMW appeals to your nervous system. Which one do you value more? If you're choosing based solely on fuel economy, you're looking at the wrong variable. You are ignoring the variable that actually matters, the frequency and severity of repairs. In our $20,000 selection, efficiency is a secondary concern. We are prioritizing mechanical simplicity. Let's be specific. You think you're buying a car for $20,000. You are actually buying a 5-year service contract with yourself. Why do suspension bushings fail on some vehicles at 60,000 miles and last 120,000 on others? It is not bad luck. It is engineering trade-offs. The car that handles like it is on rails often achieves that by using softer, more compliant rubber compounds in its suspension geometry. Does it handle better? Yes. Will you be paying a shop $1,800 to press those bushings in 4 years? Absolutely. When you look at our $20,000 candidate, I want you to look at the service records for the specific component failure points. Is the water pump driven by the timing belt? If yes, you are paying for the pump and the belt. Is the transmission sealed, or does it have a serviceable filter? Write that down. If a manufacturer tells you a transmission is sealed for life, they are not defining the life of the car. They are defining the life of the warranty. If you want this vehicle to reach 200,000 miles, you are ignoring the sealed claim and you are replacing that fluid every 40,000 miles. It costs $300 to do it yourself. It costs $6,000 to replace the transmission when it fails. That is the difference between an owner and a user. Which one are you? Now we address the major components. In the current market, the reliability of Japanese engineering remains the benchmark, but even here, we see divergence. We are looking at the engine block. We are looking at the head gasket integrity. But more importantly, we are looking at the electrical architecture. In a $20,000 used sedan, the most expensive repair you will likely encounter is not the engine block. It is the infotainment integrated HVAC controller or the body control module. When you test drive this car, you aren't testing if the air conditioning works today. You are testing if the logic board that controls the air conditioning is exhibiting ghost input symptoms. If you see a flickering display, you do not haggle the price down. You walk away. And what about the hybrid systems? If you're looking at a hybrid, the battery is the elephant in the room. But let's get specific with the math. Most manufacturers warrant these batteries for 100,000 miles or 10 years. If the car has 80,000 miles, you are buying a car that is entering the at-risk phase. Does that mean the battery will fail? No. But you need to price that risk into the transaction. If the replacement cost is $3,500 and you are splitting the difference on the purchase price, you are gambling. Smart money doesn't gamble. Smart money mitigates. The Camry is the smart money choice. But cars aren't just spreadsheets. We have analyzed the purchase premium, the fuel math, the maintenance reality, and the mechanical risks of the major components. We arrive at the final act, depreciation. If you buy a high-end luxury sedan for $20,000, it is already at the bottom of the depreciation curve. You might lose another $2,000 over 5 years. If you buy a highly reliable mid-size sedan for $20,000, you might lose $5,000 over 5 years. Wait, the luxury car is cheaper to own from a depreciation standpoint? Yes, but you have to add the maintenance and repair costs back in. When you combine depreciation plus repair data, the reliable sedan still wins by a massive margin. The luxury sedan's depreciation is low because nobody wants to take the risk of repairing it out of warranty. The reliable sedan's depreciation is higher because everybody wants it. The market is smarter. Do not try to outsmart the market. For $20,000, the smartest money choice is the vehicle that allows you to predict your cost of ownership with 95% accuracy over the next 60 months. It is not the most exciting car. It is not the most impressive car. But it is the car that remains in your driveway when the bank account is healthy. Which one would you put in your driveway? Let me know in the comments. Which type of buyer are you? The one chasing the spreadsheet or the one chasing the nervous system?